Morning, welcome to Greenlight the Day. I'm Denise. Yesterday I had an interesting experience happen, and for a little background information, with the oncoming flu season and the Ebola scares, there have been some policy changes in our region. Not necessarily complete changes, but one of them in particular is around hand hygiene. So they are re-educating people, reminding people about hand hygiene and washing hands and all of that. The second part to that is they've put out a policy saying that no employee of the health region can wear multiple rings. You're allowed to wear a plain gold band. And B, no false nails or nail polish, which includes, of course, acrylic nails. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because I had a coworker yesterday talking about this and the fact that she had her acrylic nails removed on the weekend, and she got a little weepy about it. And at first I actually thought she was joking. Like, I thought she was joking about it, and then I realized she was seriously weepy about having had to remove her acrylic nails and not being able to wear them anymore. And that kind of shocked me, right? Because there's nothing that I can think of right now that I so associate with my persona as far as external things that I could ever imagine reacting that way if I was told that I wasn't allowed to do them. Now, a ring is different. I understand that because I can take it off and put it back on when I get home. The acrylic nails, they are a part of you. But I was really shocked by that reaction. Wrap my head around that sort of. Obviously, she identifies very strongly with those nails as completing her persona. And she is a very well put together woman. She always dresses fantastically, hair, makeup, all of that. You guys never see me at my best, but I do actually look better when I walk out of out of the house usually. And so I started to think about what is it that I identify, or how do I define myself? Is there anything, and for me it's more about the actions that I'm taking, and how I do things in a day, right? So at the end of the day, or in the morning when I'm going out the day, chances are my mood will be reflected more on my behaviors, how I lived my life, the things that I did the day before, than what I'm wearing, or sort of the external things, right? And so I'm just been thinking a lot about that. How do you, like, what defines you as you to yourself? Because obviously she is very identifies so heavily with those nails, and so, to just wrap up that part of the conversation, I guess I'm just kind of curious as to how other people sort of identify themselves. Like, how do you see what makes you you to you, right? And is there anything like that would upset you? And maybe it's more a matter of feeling controlled, right? That they're feeling, because there's a lot of people that are upset by this. Like, a lot of people by that, as well as by the jewelry thing, only being able to wear a single gold ring. So maybe it has more a feeling of having their right to make a decision for themselves impinged on. But it just, to me, it just seemed like a whole lot of energy is being spent on discussing this, and being upset about something that is in many ways, to me, very superficial, and really has nothing to do with about who the person really is, right? So I just thought that was an interesting reaction, and wanted to share that with you, and maybe get your thoughts on it as well. The other thing I wanted to share with you was my latest completed projects from my art class. So I'm going to put them in here. and I'm kind of pleased with how they turned out. Actually, I'm liking them. But the other thing I realized coming back last night from my class was that I really need to, I think, carve out a space somewhere in my house that I don't have any space to do it in, but I need to find a place where I can do that creative thing, do the painting, whatever, more than an hour and a half a week on a Monday night in the studio, because there's just something about being able to do that that gets the ugly out of me, right? It's very therapeutic for me. And I have never fully engaged in that side of myself on a daily basis. And I think I want to try to do that this winter. I think that it is a way for me to work through stuff emotionally. I just really get a lot out of it. So I'm going to try to do that. So that's part of what I'm doing in this next couple of weeks, is trying to figure out where and how I can do that. Find a little corner in my house where the lighting is good and where I can engage more with my creative side, to process my days and my emotions and things like that. Anyways, I hope that you have a wonderful week. I hope you're taking care of yourself and each other. Make a great day.